Well, hi everybody. It's just going to be me today. We have someone in the family who tested positive. We saw it coming. We knew where it was coming from, and we're able to really kind of pinpoint when this person got it. So it was pretty interesting to see it coming and see how little it took as far as contact with someone who was contagious, but it's going around, man, and you're gonna run into it if you haven't already. But anyway, so I'm Alan. Welcome to Friday. I'm in low. Mim is next door at the other house, and we're trying to avoid everybody in the family getting it. So I'm staying with the other person in our family who has it, and just because it made more sense that I be here just for stuff that needed to be done, and then just to protect Mim and our other child. So, so far so good. I'm going to get tested again as soon as this is done. But I tested negative 2 days ago, so I'm gonna go get it again. I've been able to. We're in the same house. I'm in the same house as the other person who has tested positive, and they had symptoms, and had kind of a bit of a headache and a fever and stuff. But so far it's been pretty mild and may actually be almost through the woods. It's only a couple days of symptoms, but I keep thinking I have symptoms, but then it gets better. So we'll see. But we've been really careful and masking and staying away, kind of staying in different parts of the house, and we'll see. I'll let you know next week if it works, but we've had no contact with Mim and our other kids, and so far they've tested negative. So anyway, testing is the key, I think. If you see it coming around, if you know somebody that's like, oh yeah, so-and-so at the office had it and stuff, start testing. It won't show up as positive the first couple days, so don't go get tested right away and be like, oh, okay, I'm cool, there's no problem, because it actually shows up a couple days later. And that's exactly what happened with us. The person that tested positive first tested negative for a couple days, and then so go out and get tested. If it tests negative, go back the next day or a couple days later actually and do it again, because if you can catch it, you're going to save a lot of, if you can catch it and know that you have it and isolate, you're going to, when you get it, be the person that it stops there. Don't, it's your responsibility. Catch it, know that you have it, and make sure that you don't pass it on. Because that's what's going on right now, is everybody gets it, They don't know half. They don't know it, and they pass it on to like half a dozen people before they know it, or before they even start getting symptoms. So get tested and isolate. Be the last one in your chain. You know. All right. I'm really nervous. Don't like playing solo. Anyway, it's nice to see you. I see a bunch of comments and stuff. Maybe I'll try to answer some questions later on here. Made these cookies last night. I'm going to eat one and try to breathe a little bit here and settle down. Don't listen too hard. You might hear my jaw. I have TMJ here on the right side. I got kicked in the jaw when I was playing football in high school, and I think this just whatever. It knocks around when I chew sometimes and drives my family crazy. I'll put on some drum machine music while you're waiting. So I figure if I'm by myself here, I'll do a couple things that I wouldn't just do when I'm playing with Mim, which I would much prefer. So we already did some of that, which was noisy, repetitive guitar. Maybe I'll do a little bit of that at the end. But here's another thing that I don't get away with when I'm with Mim, and that's I'm gonna play a reggae version of a song. It's a new song that we've had some. It's for a while. We've had it for a while. We keep trying to figure out how to record it. Don't walk away. I cannot take it more. Why this game? I cannot play anymore. 1,000 years. The shadow in your night, the whisper in your ear. I have slept beside you now for what seems 1,000 years. The shadow in your night, the whisper in your ear. So don't walk away. I cannot take anymore. Why this game? I cannot play anymore. Alright, well, that wasn't so bad, I guess. Alright, well, this is really weird not having someone else to interact with. I don't like being the sole creator of the timeline here. Alright. Shout out to Matt and Penny over in Sheffield. I bought this guitar from Matt, and I love it. And I hope I hope you two are doing well, and we miss you. And yeah, it's really a strange thing to be away from the people that we would be with so much when we traveled. Some people we've worked with for many, many, many years, and I mean, I don't want to say you take them for granted, or you know, it's more than getting just used to having that person in your life or whatever. I mean, everyone depends on the people who are in your life and who are close to you, and really to have them sort of pulled away from you is jarring, and I'm sure everybody is experiencing some version of that, and that is really it really kind of takes it out of you and makes it, I think it's a lot of why we're depressed, and a lot of why we're confused, and why we seem to not feel like we have the anchors and the structure that we normally counted on to get things done and to feel like we were grounded and okay in this universe. And it's people. It isn't your schedule, and isn't what we did, and it isn't what we, it wasn't it was the people that were around us. That's who made us. That's who propelled us forward. And so I'm grateful for all those people, and I really miss you all. Right down to every, sometimes there's people that you see in certain cities that, sometimes all it is a wave, and because you've seen them a couple times, and that's everything, man. That's what we live on. So thank you. All right. I had a list here of some things to do. Trying to keep it quick, but I thought it might be interesting to just kind of stumble through a rough idea for a song I was working on that we're actually renovating a little bit on it. Mim has some vocals on it, but I don't know, I just thought I'd show it. It's just sort of the most recent little fragment I'm kind of battling with and trying to figure out, and I may end up throwing it out to try to figure out how to accommodate some stuff that Mim has been writing for it too, so we'll see, but I'll just kind of play a little bit here. Try to look up the drive train and engine. Always patching a hole in the basket. I don't ever wanna be under that shit. Somebody's gotta keep you flashlit. It's not broken. It's not broken. That's what I call entertainment. Trying to get off the floor in the basement. See the light on the dust as it settles. I know what happens when you open the window. See the brightness is but I see the shadow. It's not broken. It's not broken. I don't know, then I had this other thing where I kind of went to a C minor. Speaking of Sheffield, I'm playing through this crazy amp that I got a number of years ago. It's an AC30. It's a 61 or 62. It's a pre-top boost, and I had a guy go through it and clean it up, and it was pretty. The chassis, there's a lot of the cabinet was kind of beat, but it's really a pretty magical amp, actually. And it's pretty rare thing to see around here, but. Anyway, that's what happens when you sit around and wait for 27 years or whatever, watching the shops. All right. Well, I guess that's about all I kind of do. All right. Let me see. I'll try to do some questions and see how it goes. And if it just turns into a train wreck, then we'll stop. But I'll try to do a few. But if there's All right, let's see. No helmet today. No. Helmet is at the other house next door, my mom's house. Oh, someone says that my camera for some reason is switching me over as a lefty. I'm right-handed, but all right. Well, who decides on the vibe of the sound of each album? Let's see. Who decides the vibe or sound of the... Well, I mean, the songs usually sort of where we are, what we've been interested in, what we've been thinking about. Usually whatever we did last, we'll sort of by the time we get done with it, we know what we want to do next. Let's see. What's my favorite guitar ever? I have my old Telecaster that I could maybe show you all that one. Let me see if I can get my camera to switch around. Favorite song to play live? I don't know. Right now, I really like playing this song called Days Like These, which is a new one, and let's see. I don't know. It's always changing. We haven't played in almost a year, so it's hard to tell. My old Telecaster, let's see, favorite guitar, I like that one a lot, but I've been using this hollow body, the Danelectro, what's it called? Danelectro, it's called a convertible. It's hollow, but it's got an electric pickup in it. It's from the 60s, and it's really difficult to play and make it sound good, because it's kind of almost a toy guitar, and it's really raggedy and hard to make it sound nice. But all right, I'm gonna go down to the bottom here, see if I can pick up a couple questions. Recording process is going all right. It's slowed because of being careful and stuff like that. Source for low music scores. I don't know if anybody's scored it out or written it out anywhere. We have friend named Phil Salathe from the East Coast, who I've always thought would be a perfect person to have write it all out. But let's see. You look weird. Yeah, you are looking at my thumb. Sorry. All right, I'll push it closer so it's just darkness. That's not my thumb. It's darkness. Which album I'm most proud of? I don't know. You can't really think about what you do that way. Sorry. I always play slow music? No. I like playing all kinds of music, and low is probably more of a process of what I wish I was playing more like. It's in some ways it's an effort to try to get myself to quiet down a little bit and play opposite from my sort of primal nature. Let's see. Do we listen to our own albums? Only the Christmas record. No, definitely when we're making a record and when we're kind of mixing it and when we're done with it, usually we listen to it a lot, and we're usually pretty worn out by it by the time it finally comes out, and pretty excited to just go out and play it and find a new way to experience the songs and stuff. But yeah. All right, that's a few. Favorite Christmas song? I don't know. Wow, I'd have to sit down and think about that. Sorry. Will you ever do another RGC? I don't know. I don't. Probably not. We kept trying, and as years go by, it just gets further and further away. But it's a really great band, and I really loved playing in it. And I think especially towards the end there, we were starting to play in ways that were, I think, pretty unique and interesting. How did I meet Mimi? I showed up for 4th grade at school, and she was there in the class of 26 or 28 or 29 people. So we became friends over the next few years and started dating in high school. Title better. Okay, no, I don't even know anything about that stuff. All right, well, any soundtrack scores planned? We don't get asked very often. There's one that we're working on right now for a 7.5-minute film, but I kind of always wished we would get asked more for film stuff, but it just doesn't come up. I think a lot of it is if you're in the right city and you can knock on some doors and go out and have some lunches and dinners with people and eventually make some friends that help you get gigs and stuff. So, I don't know. We've been lucky enough. It's fine. We get stuff every once in a while. Favorite Misfits song? I actually think I heard it the other day. The one that goes, "You better think about it, baby." I don't know. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, what I want for Christmas? I want there to be no more poverty. Poverty is ridiculous. The fact that we let some people have a obscene amount of money, and while so many others are so obviously suffering and dying of need of basic things is horrible. And if that thought really took hold and we did something about it, I think you'd find that a lot of the other troubles we have in this world would be greatly reduced. All right, I just need to take care of people. All right, I'm going to play a little bit of stuff here. It might be a little loud. I hope it doesn't get too dark. But I'm just going to turn this thing up. It's going to be quite loud. Thanks, everybody. And hello to Mim. who's watching next door, and we'll see you next week and see what happens.